podcast. Hello and welcome to Emma's podcast. In today's podcast, we're going to be talking about what are we going to be talking about? Because it is not on the front of me. First time ever, actually. So it is called Make It Pop. Yes, we like to go fancy and make it pop. So let's get started. There is 5 major components to good advertising copy. The order of this is essential to success. 1, you need to command attention. With no attention, you got nothing. If somebody wants to see the advertising and you do not stop, interrupt, too bad. They're going to move on to something else. 2, showcase benefits of your product and services. So this is the part, and I talk to a lot of my clients. It's about not only the education, but knowledge. Education, knowledge. The more knowledge people got, the better it is. So that's something we still need to think about. Prove the benefits. Because, my product is best than yours. Okay, I'm better than such and such. Okay, but what is that? Does it do to anyone? Nothing. So we need to be able, when we're talking about our product, to show the benefits. It's not about the competition. It's what is your product can do for me. Don't put yourself in your own shoes. Put yourself in the shoes of the prospect. That's what we got to do. And a lot of people are forgetting that. You have to reverse the role. If you were to buy that product, explain to me how you would buy it. Why would you buy it? Persuade people to embrace the benefits. So now you describe the benefits. Now you have to persuade them. You have to let them know how awesome it is for them to use it. Another little trick, and this one too, then a lot of people are not utilizing it. And the last one, which is the call to actions. Because if there is no call to actions, what the heck? We're not going to be able to do anything about that if you don't allow yourself to tell them, okay, now it's time to buy. Because you can, looking at, it's like be on the front of an ice cream parlor. You are outside looking in, drooling over the ice cream you want to eat, but the call to action is to make you enter the shop, not continue to drool with your hand and your sad puppy face. You want your ice cream. You need to walk into the shop to get your ice cream. So that's what we're talking about. Advertising is sales in print. So you need to think about the unique benefits your product or service offer and showcase that in a persuasive way. You need to emphasize result, not feature. If I got the result of what I need, I want to read it because this is what I'm looking at. If I'm buying a product or services, I need to have a specific result. And that's what we need to showcase. So let's take a minute to talk about each of those components. The command attention. This is usually accomplished with the headline. That's what we do. You do a headline, you need to interrupt. You need to find something that an attention getter that makes people want to know more about your product or services. And the best headlines give a vivid portrayal of the benefits or show how a problem can be avoided with your product or services. The headline is the advertisement for the advertisement. That's what it's all about. Interrupt. I'm looking at something, I'm browsing, I will say a magazine or anything like that. Do you really think you're going to be boring if they want to catch your attention on something? No, they're going to interrupt you. You're going to find a page. You're going to see something that's going to stop you. This is what advertising does. This is what you're supposed to be doing for your website as well. Interrupt. If I'm looking at dealing with a plumber, then I don't have a plumber, but I'm going to go online and search for one. You better to interrupt me, because if it's all look like, well, which one am I going to pick? You need to interrupt. You need to disturb. You need to stop on the track. I like the Nike commercials. Those are my favorite commercials, even their pictures when they were doing in the 80s and early 90s. Where you got, there was Jackie Joyner actually, who was in the Grand Canyon, standing on one of those mounds, huge one actually, and you can see the picture was breathtaking. Okay, anything around her was basically, she was in the middle of that huge rock, it was several feet high, and she was just looking straight, so we could only see her back. And there was just the logo at the bottom of it. This was a powerful picture, something that interrupts you, that make you think, that make you like, whoa, this is Nike. Okay, even though I'm not a huge fan of Nike, because this is not the kind of shoes I like to wear because they are too hard on my knees. But for the commercial, you would remember Nike because this is what they were doing. Extreme sport, everything extreme but beautiful. So that interrupt, that image stopped you. You did not have to add anything to it. Just the logo. That said it all. So they found a way by taking those amazing pictures, extreme, beautiful, to pass the message. And the message was simple. Just do it. Isn't that amazing? So think about it. You don't need, if you're a plumber, to go into Nevada over there in the Grand Canyon and put yourself with your back turned on and just do it. We're not asking you to do that. But it gives you an idea of how they did it. Okay? So find the right message. Put the headline that interrupts you. Like I use for the seashore. I need to pull my seashore right now because I need to talk about, there is a way to interrupt. There is a message you can bring, and people will be surprised when they are looking at the website. You have to interrupt. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So when you're looking at that, you're just like, oh, I'm interested. I want to see it. I really am looking at it and I'm like, holy crap, I want that too. So if you're looking at, that was the seashore. I'm trying to type right now, see, I think I had two show. I had two S in there. I cannot even find my own website. Ooh, great. I should go to the EDG. Intuitive, let's see. I don't want this. I don't want to sign up in there. I just want the website itself. And no, I'm not going to be cutting that section of what I'm doing right now. So if I go back to the homeland, where is it? The seashore right here. So when you go to the seashore.com, the first thing you see is the image, because for me the image interrupts. The image stops you on a track. It's like, holy crap, that's a beautiful image. But it's like, okay, the second thing you see, because the first one again is the visual, the second is the adventure start here. And you're like, okay, I command the attention right there. I'm like, what adventure? I want to know more about it. What is that? And that's where you're being brought down to talk about the rest. That's what it's amazing. Now, let's talk about showcase benefits, because one thing you've got when you interrupt with your message or your image, whatever way you interrupted, then now you need to showcase the benefits. Benefits are essential and crucial because you have to showcase the benefits of your product and services, and more importantly, show how they will solve or prevent a problem. Because if you don't explain or you don't show, nobody's going to realize that, and nobody's going to be attracted to it. Nobody's going to go from the prospect to the client. That's what we need to do. We have interrupted you. Now we want you to be engaged into that conversation we are displaying. So they need to know what's in it for them. So include useful, factual, and clear information to show precisely what the benefits are and how they are going to help the customer. And you know what? A lot of people don't realize that. It's not about competing against one another. It's not say I'm better than Bob because I got to do this and this. I don't care if you're competing with Bob. What tells me that Bob is better than you? Nobody is telling me either one of them. I want to be educated. Educate me. I talked enough about when I purchased my car, what I did, meaning I did my education. I didn't went to the car dealer and say, well, I'm going to pick this one, just close my hand and put my finger on one of the cars. I did my research. What do I want? What accessories do I want? What kind of car do I want? Do I want a sedan? Do I want a crossover? Do I want, all-terrain? What do I want? A luxury one? What do I want? And from there, I decided, okay, this is the kind of car that I want. Okay, a crossover, because that's what I wanted. Can handle the snow here in Minnesota, because we're in Minnesota, people, okay? Right? So if you're in Minnesota, better to have a all-wheel drive than a front-wheel drive. I drove my front-wheel drive for a very long time, but it's like, no, I don't need it. I just want an all-one, which is better. However, when we do this, then you have to educate yourself. So which car do you want? What are you interested in? From there, when you do your education like you're supposed to, quote unquote, then you got the you have to do your research. What are the benefits? What do you want? What are you interested of? Meaning, okay, now that I got this, what are accessories? So it's the same. Let's say I'm looking at a plumber. Well, I want somebody who do what? What do I want for the plumber? I'm looking for something specific. So brings me the fact, I don't care if you're competing again against such and such. It doesn't matter, because that is not solving my problem. And I'm going to say, and I said it quite often, but I'm going to say it here and recorded it. I don't care if you saved 20 puppy last month. What does that have to do with the plumber and what I need if I have a leak and I need somebody to fix it? Does it make sense to you? Okay. So, factual facts. Clear information. I don't want some doozy-woozy thing. If you're fixing a leak, if you have a broken pipe, if the sewage broke somewhere outside of your house, whatever the deal is, you need to put it black and white so I know exactly what you can do. Show the benefits. So maybe for the case of a plumber, some do the first hour. If we are late, then everything is free on us. It's like, yeah, super cool. I like that idea too. Show us some of the benefits, and maybe you could say, well, we guarantee for 1 year warranty on the repairs. That is a great benefit as well. Whatever will help the customers. Make sense? So you need to showcase the benefits. Now, offer proof. Good Lordy. So, what do we do for offering proof? This is where you prove what the advertisement is offering. You need to establish you have a method to deliver. Consider information that establishes credibility and past performances. So what you could do on those offer proof is basically testimony from previous customers. One of the biggest things you will have is when you see the testimonial from customers, and people will be attracted to come for your product or your services. Or referral. If you have somebody that you know that refers you, and it happened to me in the past actually when I had to change my was the furnace, not a water heater. Water heater I did myself, but the furnace. When I had to change my furnace, and I had a very bad experience with a company that provide actually the gas. Yes, they came, they did a bad job. They didn't do a good job actually, and they should have been a little bit more professional at the level of what they did, etc., etc. Then I explained that story to someone who happened to have the past experience with those guys too. And what they did, they recommended and referred me to another company that I've been with them for over 20 years actually. And because of what they have done and what they were capable to do, they came to my house. We look at it. I needed to change the furnace because basically there was a crack in the furnace that could have, which is amazing, carbon monoxide and kill me and my pets. Isn't it awesome? When somebody he is living and made a comment, because I wasn't home, it was my neighbor who was in, who said to my neighbors, well, I can only warranty from the time I'm living here to the time I go to my car. When you hear that, plus never left any explanation on the card, you have to do a report card. They never left any explanation of any kind. How horrifying is it? Pretty bad, isn't it? So that experience taught me to get a referral. That referral was based on somebody's similar experience. Isn't that awesome? So you can get referral from people or testimonial directly that you find on website to explain how they went through. It's the same if you go on Amazon. To be honest with you, when you go on Amazon and buy a product, you look at the reviews. And you can easily figure it out which one you want to go with because you're reading the reviews. That's the key. You read the reviews. So those are the proof, not the fake one, because some people can create some fake, but it's awesome when you have that, isn't it? So looking at this, have the proof, have a proof of what you're capable to do by providing the testimonial. That's what we're looking for. Not yours, but your client testimonial. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Number 4, it's persuade. Okay, so I have to convince you somehow without begging, without crying, without doing a discount, because we don't do discount, people. Don't do discount. You need to add compelling reason for your potential customer to purchase your product or services. Use a hard sell approach and create scarcity. This will ignite your potential customer to feel like they have to act now, which leads into the last component, which is the call to action, because you need to have a call to action. If you don't have a call to action to go next step, but just read it, well, nobody's going to come to you. So you have to have a little button to click on and start to basically purchase your product or your service. So you need to compel your potential customer to do something. They need to check out your site, your website, sign up for a newsletter, purchase your product, contact you about services or something. That's what you got to do. So that's the call to action. It's from being passive to be basically in a moving forward action, to the action of, okay, now that I read this, then I feel that I need this, then I'm going to contact, or I'm curious about the product, I want more information, I'm going to connect with you. Now you can offer a freebie, a booklet, a sample, a product bonus, demo, consult, limited time price, the list goes on. That's up to you to decide. In general, when you do that with a single landing page. If you don't do it on the website, the best approach is a landing page, which is tied to nothing. There are a lot of ways to get potential customer excited about ordering and help them feel like they are getting an amazing deal. Good advertisements include all of these components and are not complete without any of them. You can sit down and think through any one of these components, then figure it out how to best place them together for the most effectiveness. We can help you to do this, and you can take a free test drive on how to learn to put together a great advertisement for some of the best in the industry. Why not? You could. So think about the advertising. Think about how can you make it pop? How can you get people to react to the call of action? So this is how you convert a prospect to a customer, to a client. Again, remember, if you're on the front of your ice cream parlor, drooling over the ice cream inside, but you don't have a door to access it, which is your call to actions, then people are going to still looking at it and not move forward. And what you need is the call to actions to offer. Maybe a free sample of ice cream will bring you in to just try the test. Doesn't mean you're going to buy it, but I will say 99.9 you will. You test it, you like it, you buy it. See? So this was an interesting way, make it pop, to start to engage at that level and figure it out. What do you want to do with that? So we are going to be talking on our next one. It's equal free publicity. This will be our next podcast. It's going to be an interesting one. If you have any comments or would like to connect with me, you can go on www.edgassociate.com, or where is my other website, because there is another website. Or you can connect with me via Twitter or Instagram at Emma DiGallo directly, which is easier. What do I want to say? Yes, where is my other website? Because I'm like, too many websites. Sometimes, it's like, holy moly, too many websites. So you can go on EDG Business with a S, extra S at the end, strategies.com as well. You can even download a free book that I wrote about the 8 financial points that can help you with your business. So why not? But guys, think about it. Make it pop. That's what it's all about in getting prospect to client. You need the conversion. This is part of the conversion equation. So, all my love, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye now. Emma's Universe Podcast.